Hey there, guys, it's Mia here, and I am so excited. I'm excited about this quick live today. I'm going to be teaching on talking about sharing from my heart. How do you know who is clapping for you? Now, I know that we have seen online tons of people talk about how can you tell when people are not clapping. But I think it's also really important to know how do you identify your people, the people who are there for you. I'm going to break that down. I've got 9 simple points. Now, I do want you to know that this is going to be a tough live. So if your feelings get hurt easily, this is not going to be the live for you. Now, if at any time you hear what I'm sharing and you think, wow, this is amazing, and that someone else in your world could benefit, be sure, be a great friend, and share this with them. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant. And I started my company 20 plus years ago. And I started my business knowing that I wanted to package my expertise, my background, my gifts, my talent into a high value product and service. Fast forward, I've had the opportunity over the last 20 plus years to coach hundreds of women personally, and thousands have benefited from my ability to help smart, sharp, incredible, brilliant women package their knowledge into high value products. As a coach or as a consultant, I show them how to price to fully value what it is that they do. I show them how to position and market themselves when they don't have any positioning or marketing online. I show them how to authentically be themselves, be the obvious choice so their right clients come to them the first time. I've always marketed from the comfort of my home. I've worked from the comfort of my home for over 20 plus years, and it's my mastery. Now, today, what I'm going to talk about is something very near and dear to me because the clients that I work with, they call themselves giants. And I only work with giants. And that means women who have capacity with their gifts and their brilliance to really affect and create amazing change in the world. And sometimes when you're at the top of the food chain in terms of your gifts and your talents, you find that you are in a place where clapping happens, or sometimes it doesn't happen. So I wanted to talk about that today. I think we've heard the story so much on what it looks like when people aren't clapping for you and what that can feel like. But how do you know the people that are for you? I'm going to break this down. I think it's really important, particularly when you are amazing at what you do, to know how to find your people or to create your team of individuals who are about your success. And let me just say that the women that I work with, I'm about their success. I'm a producer of the success that my clients desire, that they dream about. I'm here for it all. So there are 9 points that I have, and these are tough points. I'm going to break them down for you. But how do you know who's clapping for you? Number one, here are my note cards, is the first thing I have found is that the people who are clapping for you are not intimidated by your light. So the folks that are for you, that want you to win, that want you to succeed, they are not intimidated by your light. And that means they're not intimidated by how bright your talent shine, about what your giftedness affects, who it affects, the stages that you're on, the platforms that are meant for you, the opportunities that open for you, the favor that happens for you. The people who are able to clap for you through those things are, in effect, your people. And I just want to say that because a lot of times when we're thinking about who are my people, these are the people who are not intimidated standing next to you in your brilliance. And sometimes we never think about it from that perspective. It's something that I think about all the time. See, giants love to be in the company of other giants. It's fact. All right. And if someone feels that being next to you makes them feel insignificant or small, it has nothing to do with you. It has to do with them likely not doing the work, the inner work, or growing, or having a growth mindset, or being about it. And therefore, your light makes them feel a certain way. It's nothing that you're doing. I'm talking today about how do you know who's clapping for you? Number one, the first thing I have found is that people who are clapping for you are not intimidated by your success. They're not studying you. They're not watching you. They're not like, ha, 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 that's the perfect verbal pattern. I need to say what you say. I need to do what you do. I need to copy what you do. I need to read what you do. I need to become you. These are people who understand the importance of of being in the company, and they value being in the company of people who are light workers. And we all are light workers when we operate inside of our gifts. And I hope that this supports you in some way. And if you've ever been in a room or been around other people who have tried to mute your success, they want you to dim your light, and they don't want you to talk about what you do that's great. That's the opposite of what I'm talking about right now. Your ideal folks are people who are clapping for you, are the individuals who are able to stand next to you, and they're able to clap at all of the brilliance and all of the wonderful things that you've been able to done and you've done. See, a lot of times with people who are threatened by your success, they can't do it because they haven't done the internal work, the grit, the stayed up at night, got up early, stayed up late, gone through the hard part of what success takes, right? That they don't understand that you didn't always wake up like this. And so they have a limited perspective of what it takes to be a light, right? To be able to do great things. And I just want to break that down. Number two, I hope this supports you. How to know who is clapping for you. Number two is the person that is clapping for you is likely going to be a person that challenges you to be the highest expression and version of yourself. So I have found that people who are going to clap for your success, they want to see it all. They want to see you doing it all and being it all. And that is so important. And a lot of times we don't have enough of those people in our life, in our world. I call myself a producer of the great, right? I have the opportunity to work with giants, women who are smart and sharp and fully capable. And I love challenging them to step into the highest and next elevated version of themselves unapologetically, not from a place of being braggadocious. And I say it this way because a lot of times when you're very, very talented and you're really, really great at doing things, you have people who want you to dim it down a little bit, play it a little small, act like what you do, you don't know what you know that you know. But I will tell you conversely, if you are with people who are truly clapping for you, they want to see it all. They want to see you take the stage. They're going to help you take the stage. They're going to be those individuals who are going to be talking to you about what it's going to look like, what that stage is going to look like, and why you not being there is not a version of anything they want to discuss. They're going to be your people who you're going to be able to talk about the next level of what success looks like, even if you haven't created it yet. One of the things that I love to do on my coaching calls with my clients is I help them see the next level thing that's available to them. And often I've found for clients to be in community with other women who are giants, who are like-minded, who are getting things done, they can run together at the same rate. You don't have to pull back and act like you don't know the answer when you do, not act like you weren't meant for that major stage, because you are. And I tell you, it's so important, right? So today we're talking about how to know who is clapping for you. And I've covered two things already. One, you want to find people who are not intimidated by your light. And you'll know it because people who are intimidated by your light, they don't help you. You know what I mean? They don't congratulate you. You can tell by what they do. But people who are very much excited about your success, they partner with you. All right, number two, the person that challenges you to be the highest expression and version of yourself, they're going to remind you of who you are. They're going to remind you of the times that you've stood the tallest, been at the highest, at the top of your game. And if you don't have that, that's something that's really important for you in this year to be able to navigate to get to your next level. It is the ultimate dream team to be in company with people who see you as you can be, who respect where you are, who see how far you've come, and they know for sure that there is more for you, and they call you out to it, right? It's a beautiful thing to have community like that. Number three, the third thing that you're looking for and how you'll know who's clapping for you is they support you in elevating what's possible. Now, this is like super deep, right? But really so important. And a lot of times we miss this. People are really good about supporting you with the degree of success that is comfortable for them. But what I wrote here is supporting you in elevating what's possible. So that means whatever is next, whatever is going to grow you, whatever the next big thing is for you. And what you will find is that people just start to drop off at incredible rates when we're talking about elevating. Why is this? Because when you're already smart and you're already sharp and you're already capable, you've already achieved a significant amount of success, there are people who aren't empathetic. They don't to you, right? They don't feel that the success that you desire for the next that you even need. They feel like you have everything that you need. See, they watch you do all kinds of things that for them would seem significant enough. But for you, there's so much more. And it's important to be in company and in community with people who support you in elevating what is possible for you next to elevate, and not just those people like, girl, you've done enough, you got enough degrees, you got enough certifications. And I know that you guys have heard this. I see this all the time because I work with people who are incredibly talented, have done amazing things in their life and their world, and despite having a great network of people who are awesome, they often are around other individuals who are not equally as motivated, who do feel you're doing too much. They may have heard that, or who don't challenge them to be the greatest and highest level of the next level of success for you. You're looking for those people who see what you want to do and they call you out to what that thing is. You see people who can see in you sometimes the things you don't see in yourself, people who put you on their shoulders, you get to stand on their shoulders so you're taller and you can see more of what is possible. And if you don't have that, it's a really important part of next level success. Number four, the fourth thing to keep in mind as to how do you know who's clapping for you is they see supporting you as a blessing that you deserve and not a personal burden. Oh, I just dropped the mic. Okay. I listen. I already know I did. Okay. So they see supporting you as a blessing that you deserve and not as a personal burden. And you'll know what this looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like. And all you have to do is ask people to support your goal, your dream, your purpose, your vision, something that you're working on that will move your life in a positive direction, and watch the drop off. And I promise you that the drop off happens because if someone is clapping for you to win, all right, they're not burdening you. It's not a burden to support you to be successful. And I say this because I think so much. I have such a great core group of amazing friends and amazing clients and in my life that when I make a request, people typically show up in tremendous ways for me. And sometimes they ask me to do things that I never even thought that I needed. They will ask me. Well, that's how you know who's clapping for you. You know the people that are clapping for you because they want to sow into your life and your world so you can be better. And they don't feel personally burdened by that. Or they don't feel like, okay, I'll do this for you, but I need you to do this for me. Y'all know I'm telling. Did I tell? Have I broken this down? Am I breaking this down? Right. Today, I want to talk about what is it like to be talented and gifted and amazing, and how do you identify the people that are truly clapping for you? Because sometimes, you don't have the applause that you should have. And I'm not talking about validation. I'm talking about people who are just down for you winning at the next level because you've already accomplished so much. And number four is the people who are meant to support you. They see it as a blessing. It is their honor to support you. When I have the opportunity to help my clients close big deals, it is an honor. It is what I do. It's what I'm here for. When I watch a woman change her life from trading time for dollars or being transactional or not knowing her value and help her stand in her value and be able to have more time with her kids, it is an honor for me to be able to do that. When I am able to support a woman who wants to write a book and become a bestseller and create a movement, it is an honor to support her in doing that. It is not a burden. And because I recognize that from giant to giant, that it's a beautiful thing to have other women out there echoing in their purpose. And if anyone feels burdened or that you ask them for support or they don't want to help, because they drop off the moment that you ask for it, it tells you that these are individuals. They might like you. Okay? But they are not clapping for you. They're not for your next level, all right? Because people who are really supportive of you are going to always be there for you. Number five, okay? The fifth thing I want you to keep in mind is that people who are clapping for you care about your story about yourself. Oh man, when I wrote this down today, I was like, I was all into it, right? And I had real examples. So people who are clapping for you care about the story you tell yourself. They are not going to allow you to get twisted around how you talk about yourself, how you think about who you are. They're not going to allow you to put yourself in a box, make yourself small, confess something that they do not see and know. They're not going to co-sign a smallness of you with you. In fact, they're going to remind you again and again of what you've accomplished, what you've done, what they have seen on the journey with you. And you're looking for those light workers. You're looking to have people in your life, in your world, who are able to call it all the way out. I have a good friend like that, my best friend. And you know what? It's what she does over and over again. She has said to me through and through many things, listen, this is what you've done. This is what you did. I remember when you accomplished this. I remember when you wrote this book. You need to have people in your life that are able to remind you of the things that they have witnessed you do, overcome, and to be. And if you don't have that, I promise you, in your world, then they might be the people in your world that aren't exactly clapping for you. People that are clapping for you, they know how great you are. They are comfortable in their skin being in your company. And it is an honor to watch you grow. All right. And when they see that what you are saying you want or what you want to do is not in alignment with the fullness of how they've experienced you, they're going to let you know. All right. And you need to have people like that in your world. I know that in the coaching dynamic that I have with my clients, even on the languaging side of things, I remind them of who they are. On the side of working with my clients, if they start talking to me about they've got a vision to hit $500,000 or more in a year, and they start talking about some low ticket offer, something small they want to do, I remind them of who they are. I remind them of their capacity. I remind them of what is possible. And you've got to have people who are bold and courageous for you, not just for themselves. They are bold and courageous for you. And they're not afraid to tell you the truth. You got to have that. Number 6, hope you guys are getting value. How to know who is clapping for you. Number 6 is that, they give you things and they do things that you never asked for. Listen, people who are clapping for you, okay, they do things in your world you never asked them to do, okay? They give you things you never asked them to give you, all right? And it's because, see, there's some people that are fanning your flame, right? And you know that they are a fan of your flame because they are constantly adding wood. They're constantly adding kindle, right? They want to see the flame as bright as it can be. And one of the ways you can tell who is clapping for you are the people who sow something into you that you didn't even know was going to happen, right? So for me, my clients, they have a deal, they have something they close, and they aren't paying me to do this. I call them. I want to hear it. I want to hear how you won. Tell me. I want to hear step by step every single word of how you have won, how you have crushed, how you have implemented, how you've been brave for yourself. You got to understand this, that people who are clapping for you, they're going to give you things you didn't even know you needed. They're going to be there for you in a way you never expected them to be. They are going to understand what you need in this season to move you forward, to motivate you. They're going to be the people that are going to pick up the phone and let you know how proud they are of you. They are the people that are clapping for you. So the people you have to remind, you got to tell them again and again, you know what I mean? Or you got to wait for the right time. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking today about how do you know the people who are clapping for you. And I'm breaking down a couple of really awesome scenarios that I know these aren't even ones that I'm questioning. These are scenarios that are real. And a lot of times we focus on who's not. But I think you also need to be attuned to how do you tell who's down for you, okay? And my clients will tell you straight, anytime any of them have ever crushed a deal, worked their tail off to make something happen, I remember it. That's right. I remember it. It's personal. Okay, their success is personal. All right, and you need to be in company with people that your success is personal to them. They have a vested interest in your success, and they want to see you win. Absolutely. All right. Number 7, how do you know who is clapping for you? We've got 9 points. We're almost done. Is there is trust and safety when you are with people who are clapping for you. Now, I want to talk about this for a minute because the reality is that when you are with people who are clapping for you, you'll be able to trust them. You'll be able to trust them. These are not people who are wanting to be in your company to glean from you, to learn from you, to take from you, to copy you, to lie on you, to none of these low vibration things. You'll be able to trust them unequivocally. You'll be able to be yourself, and you'll be able to share the most delicate parts of whatever it's taking for you to get to or be who you need to be. And it will be a trusted place that they will value being that place, and it will be a safe place for you. All right. And how do you know who's clapping for you? Because you'll see that safety. Those individuals will have a fence around you. They won't ever be, you won't ever look up and say, man, I can't, I don't know which way this person's going. You'll know their yes is their yes and their no is their no. Does that make sense? All right. And that is really important because I think sometimes when you're very, very talented, and I know this has happened to me before, you attract people who want to be in your space because you're great, because you create great results. They want to know what you're doing. They want to see what you're doing. They want to learn from you. They want to glean from you. They want to do all of those things, but they aren't necessarily for you, and they aren't necessarily safe places for you. Does that make sense? They are looking for the very first opportunity to take something from you. People who are clapping for you, okay, they're not trying to take from you. They don't want to weaken your foundation. They're not threatened by your success. They're not insecure around you being able to do something that they can't do because they choose not to. Because I believe we all have capacity. See, there are some times that I have seen over the years in my ability to create results for my clients. And the thing is, I only sell the things that I do. Okay. I sell what I know how to do, is to help women package what they do at the highest level, be giants for themselves, and build out an amazing business and brand in coaching and consulting. And I have had significant success of helping women go from zero to being able to sell what they do for high ticket over and over again, consistently. Not me saying it, tons of results. And I have noticed, all right, hear me on this. I've noticed that there are people who have been in my world who claim to do the same things but couldn't create the results. And those individuals, they were not trusted. I couldn't trust them. They were not safe places for me because truthfully, being in the company of a giant, a person that's really creating a result, and you don't believe you have capacity to do that, it threatens you. You got to get yourself around people. I'm breaking this all the way down, being really vulnerable with you guys, because I know that you are seeing these things too. And one of the things that's very important in this season is that you got to be around people that are clapping for you, and you'll know they're clapping for you because they're not threatened by your ability to create the results you can. Simple as that. Mic drop. Okay. Number 8. All right. How do you know who's clapping for you? Number 8, they value a culture of others that win. So when someone is clapping for you, they typically have an appetite for people who win, right? They love being in the company of that. I always say, I have an appetite to be around giants. I love to be around women that love to win. You want to talk about winning? I want to talk about it. You want to talk about staying in the same place, taking you forever to do a pitch or read an email that, you want to change your life and you don't want to do the thing. It's not for me. I love women who are in the heat, who are in the thick of it, who believe bigger for themselves, who say yes, they figure it out, who are action takers, who are investment minded. And, I love being in a culture of that. And I promise you that if you get yourself in a culture of being in a community, a coaching community, my coaching community is this way, of women that are already winning, it changes you. When you're in a culture with people, and let's say, I'll just use this as an example. Let's say you're in a coaching community where nobody's ever selling anything. Nobody's ever creating results. So it's hard to get motivated about what possibility looks like because nobody's ever breaking out and doing it. Does that make sense? All right. One of the things that's so important is being in community and having a culture of people that just break out. It helps every single person in the community. All right. And there's nothing worse in any kind of growth community than lack of growth. Does that make sense? And how do you know who's clapping for you? When you're in a community of people who are all running the same way and they value watching other people win, that's how you know. All right. Because if you can stand that kind of culture, it changes you, it grows you. 100% is what I'm into. It's the kind of community that I create for my clients. And number 9, we're talking today about how to know who is clapping for you. And number 9 is they partner with you to make your dream happen. So how do you know who is clapping for you? I think people who are clapping for you partner with you to make what you want to happen. That's what I think. I think that people who have a vested interest in your success partner with you. That's what I've experienced over the years. And that's the magic of it. And I think that when you meet people who don't share knowledge, right? Resources, access, community, things that you need to be great, they're not clapping for you. When you're in community, and you've got a launch that you want to happen, and I had this happen last night. I had yesterday, I had a client who had an event last night, and on our coaching call this week, she heard me teach her to do something, but there was some technical piece of what she didn't understand. And she reached out to me and said, like, this is in a couple of hours, and I don't know if I'm doing this part right. See, I want you to win, right? So while it's not typical that I'm going to be available like that, but if I am available and I can help you win, I'm going to help you win. Okay. So you need to make sure that you've got partners in your world that care about your success. See, the only thing I'm thinking of is that I want her testimonial that says, I closed $100,000. That's what I want. Okay. That's the kind of partnership we got. And you got to make sure you've got a partnership with a coach and a mentor that's like the partnership they have with you is your success, your results. Are we clear? All right. So that's what I have for you. I got so fired up. You know what I mean? Sometimes I get myself fired up. And for those of you just joining me, I talked today about how to know who is clapping for you. And I wanted to do this particular talk because a lot of times we talk so much about like who's not there for us, and they're irrelevant. The people who aren't there for you, they're not meant for you. It's irrelevant. How do you know who are your people? That's the question. And that's the only question you need to answer. And what is for you did not leave you, did not hurt you, is not keeping things from you. You need to find your people in this journey. Let me tell you, who's for you? They're not gossiping about you. They're not wanting you to fail. They're not withholding resources. It's quite the opposite. I covered the following things. Number 1, you want to make sure that you are surrounded with people who are not intimidated by your light. Okay, full statement. Number 2, that person will also challenge you to be the highest expressed version of yourself. They can handle it. They can handle being in the room with all of you. Okay. They're like, give me more. All right. Number 3, they support you in elevating what's possible. They're like, have you thought about this? What about that? Number 4, they see supporting you as a blessing you deserve and not as a personal burden. And I want you to hear me on that. They're not trying to make you wrong. You know what I'm saying? By not supporting you. Because some people won't support you, but they want to make you wrong because they just thought there's nothing in it for them. And it takes a different kind of heart to support someone just from your heart. Hear me on this. Number 5, they care about your story and the story you tell yourself. They're not going to allow you to get it twisted. You're not talking to them about you in a way that is not aligned up. All right. Number 6, they give you things and they do things for you that you never asked for. Why? Because you need it. Why? Because you deserve it. Why? Because they believe in you. And that's enough. All right. And there isn't this conditionality. You do this and then you get this. Does that make sense? Number 7, there is trust and safety. And I would say trust and safety with your giftedness, because there are tons of these people who want to be in the company of people who do great things. And they want to be there because they don't feel great themselves. They feel like God gave you everything and didn't give them anything. And an individual problem. It's not yours. But you'll know who's clapping for you because you'll be able to truly trust them and you'll be safe with them. And if the opposite is true, meaning you can't trust them, okay, they're not clapping for you. I don't care what it looks like. Okay, if they're not safe, you know, anything can happen. Anything has happened. Listen, they're not clapping for you. And you have to see it for what it is. All right, you got to own that. Number 8, they value a culture of others that win. See, people who do great things, they can handle being around other people that do great things. It inspires them. But people who don't believe it's possible for them, they don't have capacity, it intimidates them. It makes them feel like I'm in this community and everybody is what? Like, everybody thinks you think they that way because you feel this way about yourself. All right. Number 9, and people who are clapping for you, the last thing was that they partner with you to make your dream happen. And I hope, my greatest hope for you is that you have that. If I can support you in some way, if you're looking for a coach that's going to drive you, okay, to be the highest and tallest version of yourself, that's going to align with you to catch the ball every single time because you can, right? That's going to support you in standing in your value and calling out the parts of yourself that you have laid dormant and played smaller, but play a bigger version of yourself. Then you can always reach out. You can DM me here. And I'd love to be able to see what that could look like. And if you're interested in obviously packaging what you do as a high ticket product, as a coach, a consultant, a trainer, or to license your content, I'm your girl. All right. I'll talk to you soon. And I look forward to speaking to you. Be sure to share this live with someone that can benefit. Talk to you soon.